Item number 8, public hearings. We're going to hold a public hearing and adopt an urgency ordinance amending the contract between the Board of Administration of the California Public Employees Retirement System, CalPers, and the City of San Bruno to include provisions pursuant to Government Code Section 20475, implementing the 2% at 55 retirement formula miscellaneous group and 3% at 55 retirement formula fire group. Kim.
Great, thank you. Honorable Mayor, members of the City Council. As you are aware, the city currently contracts with the California Public Employees Retirement System to provide retirement benefits to our 3 separate PERS units, which includes the miscellaneous employees, fire employees, and police employees. The city currently contracts at a 2.7 at 55 formula for miscellaneous employees and a 3% at 50 formula for fire and police employees. Due to the recent pension reform legislation that passed a few months ago, the ability of cities to amend their current existing CalPERS contracts going forward will be limited, and those contract amendments can only be made through the end of this calendar year. As you know, we have been in negotiations with our bargaining units. We have reached agreements with 4 of our 6 bargaining units, which all include a tentative agreement with the 5th unit, and all of those allow for a provision of a second-tier retirement for miscellaneous employees at a 2% at 55 formula, and for fire employees at a 3% at 55 formula. On November 15th, the City Council unanimously adopted a resolution of intent signaling the city's interest and intent to move forward with a contract amendment. This amendment must be executed by the end of the calendar year, and it is contingent on the city reaching agreements with the remaining 2 employee units that have not yet settled. While we can move forward with the adoption of this ordinance, and I would just add that this is an urgency ordinance, as was discussed at the meeting on November 15th, because of these time constraints that we're operating under, we have to adopt this via urgency ordinance, which would then authorize the city to move forward with the execution of the contract amendment by the end of the calendar year. Now, so we can move forward with the adoption of the urgency ordinance. However, if we do not reach an agreement with those 2 remaining bargaining units within this time frame, we would repeal the ordinance and not proceed with the execution of those contract amendment documents. So the action tonight is to ask that we move forward with the adoption of the ordinance so that we are able to amend the contract if we reach those agreements. And just a reminder that an urgency ordinance does require 4 affirmative votes of the council to be adopted.
Thank you, Kim. Any questions for our finance director? All right, at this time we'll open the public hearing. Does anyone like to speak on this item? If we close the public hearing, you're going to be precluded from talking on this again. Motion?
Move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion or action by the council?
Do you introduce this ordinance? Introduce the ordinance.
Councilmember O'Connell. Aye. Councilmember Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ibarra.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.